I'm back. It's Tuesday morning, CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. I'm Jason DeRusha. Glad to have you with us today. Hope you got a little time to spend with the family over the weekend, or just some quality time for yourself if you had a little time off from work. I know a lot of the people here were working all weekend. Ron, great job. We appreciate you. Fewer bosses around is always a better day at work. That's what I always say. That's why I work at this hour of the day. As far as I can tell, I assume no one's watching. Someone on Twitter this weekend told me that this is their favorite news in the Twin Cities, this thing. And I said that I just assume, they liked it because I'm so honest, which of course made me concerned as to what people think I'm doing on the regular TV. But we try to give it to you straight and have a little fun here. And I told her that I assumed the bosses weren't watching because if they were, I would either be fired or promoted. And neither have happened, so I assume no one's seeing this. So that's for the best. Yeah, exactly. There it is. How about some weather? You ready for this? It's going to be hot. Today it's going to be fine. 80, a little warmer than average. Partly cloudy, but lots of sun peeking through. But boy, this week it's going to be can I show you the 7-day? I'm going to come over to the weather computer and see if I can find it here, because it's a little bananas. The 7-day, it's going to be so hot. How hot is it? This hot. Yep. How about this? 92. And Riley said that Saturday may be conservative. We may see 95. So be ready for that and mow the lawn today or tomorrow, right? Because it's going to be a sweat factory on Thursday through the weekend. Let's talk about this. June 1st has been one of the milestones that we've been watching as we expect more people to start returning to the office in person. Kind of the Tuesdays after a holiday weekend. So June 1st, July 7th, I think, is the Tuesday after that weekend, and then again after Labor Day. Those are the 3 dates that many businesses have been using as a return to the office kind of starter. And we're seeing many restaurants reopening as well. So we wanted to ask you about this. A lot of restaurants coming back for in-person dining starting today. Barrio on Nicollet Mall is reopening, which made me think that is a statement of optimism about people coming back to the downtown Minneapolis area. Bar La Grassa, 112 Eatery, Snack Bar, those 3 restaurants have been closed throughout the pandemic. They reopen for in-person dining at Bar La Grassa tonight. Don't try showing up, though. I looked at the reservations page, and they're booked solid for several weeks. So I wondered where you're at. Are you moving back towards the office? Are you still working from home? Are you going to be hybrid? A lot of experts think the office will be where people will go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And Monday and Friday, they'll be home. I'm just curious where you're at. Are you ready to get back if you've been working from home? Share your thoughts on Facebook. We'll read through a few of your comments in a minute. A change happening around the state capitol in St. Paul today. That fence that's been blocking the building off from all of us being able to enjoy this beautiful, beautiful building. Fence is coming down starting today. That's when the work is scheduled to begin. There has been a fence of some sort up there since last May, following the unrest after the murder of George Floyd. They put in a stronger fence for the Derek Chauvin trial. The first fence was sort of a temporary thing, and then they put in a less temporary fence. I don't remember how much Caroline Cummings said they spent on these fences. I think it was several $100,000. It's not cheap to rent a fence and have someone install it and all of this, but it's coming down. So that's good. This is people's house. It should be accessible. Overnight, look at this car fire. Sheesh. How scary is that, right? This is 35W, just north of Roseville. And boy, that is intense. There's a little crash, too. Maybe some people kind of getting out of the way, or maybe that crash was part of what led to this fire. But what a raging fire there. We're expecting to get a little more detail from the State Patrol as to what happened here and if hopefully the person in that car was able to get out. As Minnesotans enjoy the start of summer, some COVID-19 survivors are still struggling to recover. This is the answer when people ask you about the vaccine. Well, COVID-19, it's not, the death rate is really low. We'll talk to Gabe Pastores, who first got sick last November. His family thought it'd be a brief fight. He's 56, no underlying health conditions. but he is still fighting every day, even doing simple stuff like he said it feels like running a marathon. His message is that the virus is serious stuff and you should protect yourself and others.
There's so many things. I want to be able to drive again, walk my dog, work in my own yard and stuff. There's a lot.
This hit home, you know, and I probably, to be perfectly honest, wouldn't have gotten the vaccine.
Yeah.
You know, I would have been afraid of what it would have done to my MS.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Cindy Pistorius, though, rolled up her sleeves to keep her husband safe until he can get his shots, hopefully in August. Right now, 65% of Minnesotans have at least one dose of the vaccine, and Governor Tim Walz hoping to get to that 70% mark. This for adults 16 and older, hoping to get that by July. Getting vaccinated for COVID-19 could give you a couple of bucks off your grocery bill at Hy-Vee. They got pharmacies at the Hy-Vee, and they're going to give out a $10 gift card to anybody who completes their vaccine series. So if you need shot number 2, you go to the Hy-Vee or the pop-up Hy-Vee clinic. Boom, here's your $10 gift card. So pretty good. Use that on some nice produce, maybe. Offer lasts through early November. So that's good stuff. Today marks the start of Pride Month for the LGBTQ community. So happy Pride. And Twin Cities Pride is going to be a go this summer. It's usually in June, but, you know, they didn't really know, like, what are the COVID restrictions going to be? Will anyone want to come out? How it's going to work? So they're doing it on July 17th and 18th. It'll still be at Loring Park, as always. No parade this year, but it'll be nice to have the Pride Festival going on in Loring Park. Tennis star Naomi Osaka, lots of conversation about this decision to drop out of the French Open. And at first she was saying, look, I don't like doing news conferences. The questions are repetitive, and they make me doubt my ability, because that's what you do as a reporter with an athlete. Well, why was this a problem? Ask about your backhand, ask about clay. Well, then she dropped out of the tournament and said it's because of mental health. Naomi Osaka fined $15,000 for skipping a news conference on Sunday after she won the first round. And then yesterday she went on Twitter and gave maybe a deeper explanation. She said she thinks the best thing for the tournament, for the other players, and her own well-being is if she just withdrew. She wrote that she's introverted. She said she suffered bouts of depression since her 2018 U.S. Open win over Serena Williams. And Williams told the media after this news came out that, look, she gets it. She empathizes with Osaka.
I feel for Naomi. I feel like I wish I could give her a hug because I know what it's like. Like I said, I've been in those positions. You just have to let her handle it the way she wants to in the best way that she thinks she can.
You know, maybe there was a better way to work this out. You know, the New York Times reported that the French Open never really had a good conversation with Naomi Osaka about what she was feeling, and they were trying to talk to her and she didn't talk to them. And so, I don't know, you hope they can sort of work it out. Athletes in Grand Slam tournaments are required to make media appearances. Almost all athletes are required to do that. And so there you go. We'll see more conversation about this. We have seen video of this volcano erupting in Iceland from a distance, but never up close like this. This is a drone giving you an up-close view, but watch what happens. Here it goes in. Look at this lava, and the lava pulls it right in. Oh, you can kind of hear it, too. Boop. You see the flash video. That's where it kind of went out, crashed in the tornado, into the volcano. Worth it. Don't you think it's worth it to crash the drone for that shot? For sure. All right, I love this story. I sent this to the newsroom yesterday morning, and I'm so glad that we did this story. A little girl from St. Paul who, for her 3rd birthday party, wanted a Lion King cake. Pretty normal. Take a close look at Leona's Lion King cake. That's dead Mufasa. I mean, is that the scene that your typical 3-year-old would want? I don't know. Great North Minneapolis bakery, Thirsty Whale, brought this unique request to life. So what is the story here? Why did Leona want this particular scene on her cake? Well, she said everybody would be too sad to eat it, and that meant more cake for her. Her Uncle Casey tweeted out the story. It's been liked nearly 750,000 times.
I would really credit my sister again for just being such a great mom and for raising such a wonderful, energetic, intelligent child who really gets comedy, and that's important in our family, that you can tell a joke and sell a joke, and she's already figuring that out at the age of 3. So.
Oh, man, Leona. Next year, what's she going to do next year? She said when she turns 4, she'd like a Cinderella cake, but the evil stepmother also has to be on the cake as well. I love a kid who can sell a joke. That is very good stuff. Let's talk about June 1st, a transition point, maybe a back to work point. We want to see our cities come back to vibrancy and life, and part of that is coming back to work. But we know it's going to change, and Claire says both my husband and myself are going to a hybrid model. When their offices start opening up after Labor Day, whatever days he's in the office, I'll be home, and vice versa. You know what? A little marriage preservation right there, Claire. Yep. If you could be on alternating schedules. Cindy still works at home, would like to keep it that way. She depends on transit. Yeah, work from home is a huge time saver. You know, for a lot of people, if you take the bus, maybe you have to transfer. Maybe it's a 40-minute, hour situation. Boy, you think you get 10 hours back in your life by not commuting? That's a big deal. Thanks, Cindy. Here's Jamie, still working from home except when hosting clients in their showroom once or twice a week. Lucky to work for a small company with lots of flexibility. Probably continue like this. Thanks, Jamie. Yeah, I think it's going to work for a lot of folks, right? Joanne, her husband just started. How about that? Good for your husband. 14 months unemployed. You start to lose hope. You feel doubt in your abilities. But new job today. He will work in the office. Congratulations to your husband, Joanne. That's great news. Julie, still at home. Not sure if we'll return. Yep, it's tricky. It's tricky. I love to see restaurants coming back and businesses coming back. I worry so much about all our Skyway businesses, 500 or so small businesses in the Skyways in downtown Minneapolis, and when no one's in the office, those businesses are toast. Like they just can't survive. So we need some customers, right? We need that to happen. But things are changing too. Flexibility is here to stay, I'm sure. Thanks for watching us. No flexibility here. We start at 7:34 every weekday morning. We'll see you back here tomorrow.